Hey guys, so today we are going to be looking at CSS. This is just an intro to basics of CSS. CSS is the styling of your website. It determines how your website is going to look like, so it's not about the content, just about how the style of the content looks and how your website just looks. If you want to comment in CSS, which is just a file like HTML and the other types, it's just a file type. You comment in this by doing slash and this little like star symbol, and everything you put in between these two like star and slashes is a comment. So the first thing you need to do to start styling your website and using CSS is to make a CSS document. This is just whatever you want to call it, for example style, and just add period CSS at the end, just as we did with the HTML and anything else. This is your document type. So when you have your document, you have to link it to a page, for example HTML or PHP. You do this by typing in this. It's just a code to link, as you see here. And in this part you have to actually put in the name you call the document, for example style.css, and then this will link the page to your style. Then you write the CSS codes. So in today's video we're just going to look at some basic ones, but the most important thing is that you understand how to actually write this code. So you start with taking the part of the website you want to style and the container it's in, for example an h1 or a header. Then you put some braces after it, and everything you want to code as a style for this part of the website is going to be coded inside of these braces. So inside of these braces you have to write a command. There are many, for example color, and after this command you have to write colon, which is just these two dots, and then your code specification inside of these, and then a semicolon to end it off. So for example I write color, then colon, pink, semicolon. This will make my h1 pink. As you see here, I have colored different parts of my website and just put some different colors on the different parts. I also have added background color, which is, it works the same as color, just instead of putting color as a command you put background color and then just fill in the rest with your color of choice. If you want the same named container but have different styles on them, for example an h1 and another h1 on your website, you can add an ID. This is something that you write next to your HTML code that gives the specific element an ID, a name that is unique to the element. This way you can have different colors on different h1s, for example. You name it something, and then you take this name into your CSS document to target it just as you would target an h1, but instead of targeting an h1 you target this name. To let the computer know it's a ID, you have to put a hashtag before the name. This way the computer just knows it's an ID and can process it. So remember the hashtag. We have another thing that is similar to this. It's called classes, and this is basically if you want more elements to be styled the same way. For example, if you have 3 h1s on a website and you want 2 of them to be styled a certain way and 1 of them to be styled another way, you can put a class on 2 of them. A class is basically a multi-ID for multiple things. So it's like an ID, you just put class instead of ID, and you can put it on different like multiple items, and it will target those items inside of your CSS file and style them together. You don't put a hashtag before this in CSS though, you put a period, so the computer knows it's a class. You have to put a period and then the name and then braces and just everything. You can also have a more specific description of your target item in your CSS by just adding a little bit more description. For example, if you're targeting an item in an unordered list, you can use ULE. before your braces. This will then target the list item in the unordered list and not the list item in an ordered list. So you can play around with that. So yeah, this is how CSS works. You target part on the website and style it. There's a lot of commands to use, and I will be going over those in future videos, so stay tuned for that. Hope you learned something new. Comment your favorite color. See you in the next one.